What do you think is really behind the wildfires tearing through California right now? Is it climate change, human negligence, or maybe something else entirely? You might think you know the answer, but hold on, because the truth is far more shocking than you can imagine. It's a tangled web of factors that's about to unfold. It's January 2025, and Southern California is ablaze. The Palisades fire has already claimed 5 lives and forced over 130,000 people to evacuate. But how did we end up here? Wildfires in winter? That's not supposed to happen. To understand this crisis, we need to connect the dots between weather conditions and what's really happening on the ground. Southern California has seen less than 10% of its average rainfall since October. Can you believe that? Combine that with powerful Santa Ana winds gusting over 70 miles per hour, and you've got a recipe for disaster. It's like Mother Nature is throwing a wild party, and we're all invited whether we like it or not. But it's not just about the weather. There's a bigger story lurking beneath the surface that we can't overlook. Enter climate change. Experts like Daniel Swain are ringing alarm bells, saying California is stuck in a cycle of extreme drought and intense rainfall. It's like we're living in a horror movie, where wildfires are the monsters lurking around every corner. Warmer temperatures mean longer dry seasons, which only makes things worse. Now that we see how climate change sets the stage, let's talk about how our own actions have made this situation even more explosive. Investigators are looking into human causes for these fires. Think about it. Power lines blown by strong winds could spark a blaze. And don't forget about debris burning, or even fireworks lighting up the night sky in dry conditions. We're literally playing with fire here, and not in a good way. With all this chaos unfolding, it's crucial to consider how we can prevent future disasters from becoming our new normal. The fallout is heartbreaking. Homes have been reduced to ashes, including those of celebrities like Jamie Lee Curtis and Billy Crystal. Entire communities are left devastated, families displaced, and livelihoods shattered. Firefighters are battling not just flames, but also shifting winds and dry terrain. But here's where it gets interesting. There are solutions out there that can help us turn this around. Experts suggest improving land management practices, investing in infrastructure to prevent power line sparks, and boosting community preparedness for evacuations. It's all about being proactive instead of reactive if we want to avoid this fiery fate in the future. And while we're discussing solutions, remember how La Niña has impacted weather patterns across the globe? If you haven't checked out my video on La Niña, it dives deep into how these climate phenomena can lead to extreme weather events like droughts and floods, factors that contribute to wildfires. As lawmakers debate new environmental legislation, there's mounting pressure for immediate action. The decisions made today will determine whether future generations face similar catastrophes, or if we can finally turn the tide on climate change. But beyond policies and experts, what can each of us do to make a real difference? Every single one of us has a role to play. From cutting down our carbon footprint to supporting local initiatives aimed at fire safety, change starts at home. Are you ready to take action? Because if we want things to improve, we've got to step up. And speaking of big challenges ahead, have you heard about the Cascadia megaquake? That video explores how seismic activity could drastically reshape our understanding of natural disasters in the region. Just like wildfires, it reminds us that nature can be unpredictable. Communities are stepping up in incredible ways, offering shelter to evacuees, organizing fundraisers for affected families, and advocating for better environmental practices. This spirit of togetherness is exactly what we need to face these challenges head-on. As we look ahead at these ongoing threats, it's crucial to consider what lies in store for California's future amidst these challenges. Climate scientists warn that unless we make significant changes now, wildfires will only become more frequent and intense. The time for complacency is over. Proactive measures must be taken if we want a different outcome. So as we witness this fiery apocalypse unfold before our eyes, let's remember the real reason behind these wildfires isn't just nature. It's also about us. Will we rise to the challenge or continue down this destructive path? Join me in exploring ways we can combat climate change together. Share your thoughts below. What steps do you think are crucial for preventing future wildfires? Let's spark a conversation.